Hi, my name is Sarita Gibbons, and I am the owner for Comprehensive Grants Management. Comprehensive Grants Management is a grant writing firm with an average 65% grant writing success rate. We work with organizations all over the country and we assist them to apply for grant funding opportunities. So today I want to talk to you about a particular grant funding opportunity, and is the SEED grant. A lot of people actually want this type of grant, but they don't really know that the type of grant that they are looking for is actually called a SEED grant. So most times when we are contacted by agencies, they want, what do they want? They want startup money. They have a program. They may want to serve veterans, homeless veterans, the elderly, youth program. They may want to serve disabled people. They may want to do so much good for the community. Maybe they're already doing good for the community, but they want to have an additional program or start an additional program. What they're actually looking for is seed money, a seed grant. So this particular grant will give you startup money. What is in a startup grant? So a funding agency will give another agency startup money to pay for salaries. Because let's face it, people are the most important thing in a program. If you don't have people, you can't serve other people. If you can't serve other people, actually people or serving other people is important, because the need of that person, your participants, is what drives an organization to want to satisfy that need. And most of the time, a person or a group of people has that need. So you need salary people, actual people, to implement the particular program or to affect the particular thing that you want to see get implemented. And in order to do that, you will need salaries. You will need to fund people. Even if the people you want to fund will develop an app, I should say, a piece of equipment, a piece of technology, you actually need that person and you need the salary to fund that person to develop other things, even if the person themselves will not actually do the thing, but they're creating something and the thing they create will do the thing. You still need salaries. A seed grant will take care of that. So a seed grant will give you startup money to start up your program, to first and foremost give you salaries so that you can get people into your program, into your organization to get things going. The next thing that a seed grant does, it provides infrastructure funding. Infrastructure. What is infrastructure? Well, a facility. What if you want a community center? Well, they'll help you to get a facility to have a community center where you want to have programs at the community center. What if you want to create your infrastructure for a school? Seed money for a startup school. What if you need an actual building so that you want to create a library in your area? Maybe your area doesn't have a library, a museum, and so they'll give you seed money to create a infrastructure for a facility. Maybe you just need a building to house your actual staff. So they will give you seed money so that you can build out your infrastructure to have a facility. This seed money can also allow you to purchase equipment. Because let's face it, now that you have a building and the people are coming, salaries for people, your staff, right? Now that you have a building and you have your staff coming into the building, what will they need? They will need equipment. So they will need a printer, they will need computers to work on, they will need equipment to do their jobs. And then the next thing you will need are supplies. Okay? So this seed money will get you going. Most of the time, this seed money will be for a pilot program. The funding agency wants to start a particular program because they would like to put some money behind a program to see what this program will do. They want to satisfy a particular need or demand in the community, and they want the results from that program being implemented. So they will fund a pilot program or a series of pilot program so that the results from that program will affect something that they want to see happen. And so it is actually to their benefit to fund you, for you to be the boots on the ground operating the program, because they want to see the result from that program. So many times, funding agency will definitely provide seed money to have startups going. They'll provide salaries, infrastructure, equipment, and supplies so that you can get started with your program. So seed money is really good. Something that a seed money will not do, though, it will not keep you going. It's startup money. So what the funding agency expects from you is that you will do additional fundraising, you will create a sustainability plan, and in grant applications, a sustainability plan is very important. So the seed money will get you started, will probably keep you going for a short period of time, maybe a year. If you're doing a larger program, maybe even 2 years. But after that 2 years, the funding agency will expect you to get some sort of understanding as to what you're doing, get some momentum going so that you can you implement your sustainability plan, start doing additional fundraising, getting additional income into your program. Applying for other grants is a really good one so that you can keep your program going. A lot of times, business owners, for-profit organizations, they will ask, is there any grants out there for me for my business? And surprisingly, the answer is yes. There are grants out there for profit organizations and for business owners. But the caveat to that is that the funding agency probably does not want to see you making a profit off of the grant. So what they expect you to do is to max out. If they give you a grant for $2 million, they want your entire pilot program to have a budget of $2 million. And so you cannot have, after expenses, that you have a profit that you take home as your business profit. They don't want to see that. They want to see that you totally exhausted every single dollar from the grant that you received from them, and it goes directly into the grant program or to the startup or whatever they had funded you for. So there's no real way of going around that. There's no profit to be made from it. The only thing I would tell you is if you're a for-profit organization or you're a small business and you're profit-driven, make sure that you enjoy your program. You know, get a nice facility, pay yourself well, pay your employees well, get state-of-the-art equipment. Make sure that you are really taking full advantage of making sure that this program is successful by getting the very best for yourself and for your staff and all of the equipment and facilities that you purchase, because there is no profit to be made from it. But of course, there is the umbrella profit of the fact that now you're actually operating the program. If it were not for this method or an avenue making it possible, probably your business or your for-profit organization would have not taken that traction. And having that funding agency giving you that investment is really good. So the overarching benefit of actually implementing your vision of having your business going is good, while they reap the benefits of seeing the results. So seed grant is available. It's available for nonprofits where they'll pay for startup expenses, salary, infrastructure, equipment, supplies. And another thing I want to mention, that it pays for expenses. Program expenses. So if you're operating a program, there's a lot of homeless veteran grants out now, and this particular homeless veteran grant, before this veteran isn't able to get employment, he may, as a part of the program expenses, you may allocate a part of the program so that this veteran can have a subsidized wage where you give them a stipend. That's a part of program expenses. So startup money is really, really good. Every newbie nonprofit organization, new business owners should try to investigate and see if there are startup seed money, pilot money out there, and apply for it. Definitely put your hat in the ring, apply for these grants. You may be surprised that you will get funded.